Wigglein. Wigglein will be hitting for starting catcher, number 11, Owen Bennett. Batting 8th, the first baseman, number 21, Will Kellerman. And batting 9th, the third baseman, number 2, Brendan Dowell. Your Athenians are coached by Mr. John Froge. He is assisted by Rhett Welliver, Tony Bean, Tommy Coy, Daryl Hobson, Connor Smith, and Brandon Froge. Tonight's umpires, behind home plate, Mr. Dave Stone, and on the bases, Mr. Jake Turner. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the American flag located in right field. At this time, the Crawfordsville Community School Corporation and the IHSAA invite you to please stand and remove your caps as we honor the United States of America. Let's play Athenian baseball. To our guests from Southmont, please know that today's game is being broadcast live on YouTube. If you know someone that wasn't able to make it out to the ballpark...
Oh, and we listen to Dave Rayner talking about us.
Sounds like us.
Aaron Wendell and Jeff Nelson here, and we're getting some stats jotted down. Glad to have you along on, as my longtime broadcast partner Wayne Larrabee would say, sun-splashed afternoon. But Aaron, why is it you and I can't get away from the wind here at Crawfordsville's baseball park?
Once again, very windy. Blowing, well, kind of swirling. I was just going to say blowing straight into our face, but it's kind of maybe a little bit from right field towards left field when it's not blowing in our face there. Looking at the flags out there in right center. So it's...
Indeed. Big matchup, big county matchup, big Sagamore Conference matchup. A couple of weeks left to go in the Sagamore Conference. And look at this guy here in the blue and the red.
I know, Danny. I left you hanging last night, so sorry about that. A little miscommunication. I ended up in Lafayette with Madison for volleyball last night and was able to watch the game and enjoy Danny calling it with Justin Duggar's assistance last night.
Very nice.
Apparently, I was on deck and didn't get the message. So
sometimes just the way life goes.
Yeah, but they persevered and got through it. So no worse for the wear.
Right. Tough loss for the Athenians last night. I was talking with Coach Welliver last night, texting about tonight's game, and he said it kind of turned into a bullpen battle. So when you're playing Lafayette, Jeff, you've got all kinds of issues coming up with games, conference games tonight. Now they've rescheduled the Thursday Southmont game to tomorrow night, I guess. So that's what I was told, I guess.
So they dropped Benton Central because that was originally on the docket.
On the docket for tomorrow,
okay.
And evidently that is one of those deals where they must feel the weather's going to be better on tomorrow than Thursday.
Sure, makes sense.
So anywho, but let's see. We'll get ready to go, get started here. Got a few stats and a few more to jot down. But the Mounties will start Boone Welliver. He'll lead off here, number 14, as you see on the screen. Boone is playing second base today. On the mound for Crawfordsville is Chase Dow. Chase coming off a rough outing on Saturday, picking up his first loss against Whiteland. It's his 10th appearance, his 7th start of the season. He is, though, 7-1 on the year. And there's the first pitch, bounded down. Bounding down. Oh, he's got catcher interference. Okay. Okay.
6:03.
All right. So got that.
Didn't hear it, didn't see it, but that's...
Well, the umpire had his hand pointed out, and I wasn't. And he had it with normally you'll point left with your left hand for a fair ball.
Right.
And and obviously indicate foul and yell foul. So, and now the umpire is explaining
to the crowd
to the yelling fathers what happened here. So Boone is on first.
Yeah, he was motioning to give him his base like he was hit by the pitch. Clearly, that was not the case.
Yeah, so. and the ball was fouled, and that's what threw me off because what ended up happening is that in the process of the ball hitting the bat, then Bennett had gotten in his way and must have touched the bat or something like that, and that's where the interference in the dead ball was called. So very quickly, one pitch, and we're all into controversy here at Crawfordsville. Cole Weimer shows bunt, doesn't do it. Weimer, 231 hitter on the season, 12 hits, 12 runs. This Mountie team they've got two hitters hitting above 500, one hitter hitting 500, who's coming up next, but not a lot of runs scored on this team. So they need to be efficient with when they get guys on base. And
right.
They normally are. Well, as we said, Welliver has been 12 hits, 9 runs scored. Weimer, 12 hits, 12 runs scored. So when they can get them on, they can get guys in. But here's a quick throw over. Safe.
Yeah. Not surprised with the guys that are hitting third and fourth behind them. I know both
Brandon
guys.
Rogers, right?
Brandon Rogers is doing a good job putting the ball in play. I think last time I checked, he was his first 12 at bats of the season. He put the 9 hits, so it started off like
he's 14 for 28 now. So
right.
he has continued on with a good streak, hitting 500 on the year, and Rusty Bullerdick, who is by far and away the most dangerous bat on the Southmont lineup,
absolutely
hits in the cleanup spot. So after several more throws over to first, count evens up at 1-1 here for Weimer.
Yeah, the Athenians trying to stay perfect in conference play, and then add the first piece of the county championship in here tonight as well. So
direct bunt right back, Dow. No.
Takes a look, takes the guy at first.
Had that ball gotten to him a little quicker, he had to play at second, but he absolutely made the right call there. So sacrifice 1-3 moves Boone Welliver up to. So we're surrounded by Wellivers here at Crawfordsville. You've got an assistant coach Welliver. You've got a dad, uncle, grandfather, great uncle, several other named Welliver. So and Boone Welliver, Southmont's coach is Jamie Welliver. So.
And then I noticed Ty was on the roster for the JV's younger son. So.
Absolutely. Curveball comes in for strike. This is Rogers, as we mentioned, 500 on the season, 14 hits out of 28 appearances, 3 runs scored, 5 RBIs, 1 double. Dowell out of the stretch. Off speed, swing and a miss. So we'll have to try and see if we can find somebody in a blue shirt who knows a little bit more than we do about the schedule scenario for tomorrow. I literally heard it as I was down trying to work with Coach Coy on getting the stats.
I passed AD Bryce Barton.
Swing and a miss there. 2 outs. We've got these electronic gizmos in our pockets. Wow. We can text people if we need to.
Sometimes they don't always. Yeah, the schedules don't get updated usually that quickly. But so I imagine it's probably pretty fluid, as is the weather. No pun intended with all the rain.
This is Rusty Bullerdick next up. Fake throw back to second. So the Benton Central game must be going by the wayside unless BC has a really rare Thursday opening. Most conferences play Tuesday, Thursday. Swing and a miss.
And you got Cam Chad on deck, it looks like. For the Mounties. Cam
hitting 231. But Rusty Bullerdick is the guy. 17 hits, 9 runs, 11 RBIs. He is the. You're a Crawfordsville guy. He's the guy you want to get out. Kellerman's got some space. Just to the fence.
Right at the fence. Nice job.
Yep. Good job of keeping his face out of the fence.
Yeah, so I'm sure. He just had his wisdom teeth pulled, so they probably don't want any more dental work. It's been a couple weeks ago. I know Will was down for the count with that. So
not a good situation. Never good when you got Doc Walker standing over you upside down with the pliers in his hand. 0-2 on Bullerdick. Quickly falls behind Chase Dowell here. There's a line drive to right field. Let's see what happens. Here comes the throw to the plate.
Got him.
If he catches it, he's out. Got him. 9-3-2 on the putout. So Bullerdick comes up with a clean single.
Beautiful execution on that.
Yep. Just Crawfordsville does exactly what needs to be done, exactly when it needs to be done. And the 9-3-1 relay results in the out. Third out of the inning for the Mounties, and we head to the bench.
Probably showed up there on the tape, Coach Welliver Coach Jamie were not exactly happy with the call. Thought that Boone got under the tag, but not the way the man in blue saw it.
Well, I don't know, and I'm as neutral as I can possibly be in this situation. I mean, because I gotta talk to both coaches after we're all done too. Wearing an orange shirt just to make sure that everybody. But
could have gone with purple. The combination of the two. It would be the only more politically correct way to play that.
Aaron, he looked out for me.
Oh, the ball was. Yeah. He was a step ahead. The ball was there. So
yeah, there's no question. The throw was there. He definitely tagged him. Tough argument from back there, 90 feet back, about the...
Well, good position by... mind blank here.
Our umpire?
No, the catcher.
Gosh, Bennett.
Owen Bennett. Good job by Bennett. Nice job. Positioned himself. He got the throw, and he was just, even with the plate, basically. He didn't, he couldn't get out in front of it. It would have been interference. So he did a nice job. So
Bennett already has his interference call for the day.
Yeah, he's done.
That's right. That's all he gets out.
Yep.
So on the mound for the Mounties is one of their two better pitchers. You say it's the ace. I don't think. From a record standpoint, it's not. It's Cole Weimer, making his 8th appearance on the year. He's 1-3, but he's got a great ERA, 1.25 ERA on the season, 33.2 innings. So he's sure worked a lot of innings. He's given 28 hits, 20 runs, but only 6 earned runs. So the defense still been suspect behind him. Only issued 9 walks and 41 strikeouts. So he's got a nice 4-to-1 ratio on that. Giving up only 2 home runs. So Crawfordsville, I was telling a buddy at lunch today and stopped for a fundraiser before I came to the stadium today that Crawfordsville, scored 2 runs in the last 14 innings. I said if they can get their bats to break out, they could do some real getting even on somebody tonight.
You kind of think at some point we talk about it in the engineering world, the regression to mean here, and at this point it's not going to be a regression to mean, it's going to be a rise to mean. These guys are going to break out of their slumps and start hitting for what's more traditionally their average.
Yeah, so and Johnson's a .413 hitter. So
and Trent was 1 for 4 on last
Saturday.
Night. On Saturday, yeah.
I
don't know how much better he was last night, but didn't get to catch quite all the game.
No, I did. I looked at the box score just a little bit. I know that it was a pretty light hitting night, only a couple runs as we noted. So Johnson shows bunt, pulls back, gets the call. 2-1 is Johnson is ahead. We mentioned a .413 hitter, 26 hits, 4 doubles, 13 a single triple on the year, 14 RBI, 17 walks. Takes low. Not very characteristic of, or not very traditional for Trent Johnson to be taking a 5th pitch of an at bat.
No, typically he sees one he likes and jumps on it.
Yep.
Just hasn't seen that pitch yet. This might be your money pitch right here.
Yep. Weimer's got to come with one, and does. It's a strike. I think he was looking fastball and got the off speed.
Yeah, got the breaker there.
Yep, goes to 3-2, and it could be one of those situations today too, where the plan of the offense is to take a few pitches and see if you can stretch Cole. There's a swing. 3-hopper to second, throw to first, and out. So on the 4-3, first out for Crawfordsville. Welliver comes up with a clean bounce and tosses it over. With all the rain we had this morning, I had a minor concern about whether or not the fields would hold. My softball fields down at Elston, my upper 2 fields were okay at the end of the day.
Yeah, I thought I saw some warm bodies on there last night when I came back.
Oh yeah, we played last night. We played a full set of games on 2 of the 3 fields, but the low field. Then this morning with all the rain we had, it really soggy things back up. Here's a drag.
Trouble.
This one's going to be trouble. Throw just in time. Good play by Weimer.
Yeah.
Yep. Good play by Weimer coming off the...
Came a long way to get that.
Sure did. Carson Scott laid the bunt out just exactly where you want to, and he's got pretty good speed, and about a step and a quarter, and he was out. So that brings up Caden Jones. He's Crawfordsville's 500 hitter, 509 on the season, 29 hits, 6 doubles, 8 triple, 1 home run. First pitch, puts it in play, another 3-hopper. Oh, right between the wickets.
Yeah. A little bit squirrely out there on the grass. I wonder if we'll see the same kind of, we saw it on Saturday, Jeff, a little bit of the loose footing out there in the outfield. And we did have a good drying session on Saturday and Sunday, but then like you mentioned, we did have a little bit of rain this morning.
No, more than a little bit. It rained like crazy this morning.
I was gone before to that point, but it poured in downtown Indianapolis, I can tell you that.
Yeah, it rained. It was rain. Well, there's a couple of farm terms I can't use on the air, but it was rain like it was coming out of a fire hose for a little while, and I met a fence guy. There's ball 1. Chase Dowell is up, batting .320 on the season, 19 hits, overall, I met a fence guy to do some repair work on the flooded field, and we got down there just as the rain quit, and we were down to the shoe tops. So this pitch just misses.
We were talking about pitch count. If my numbers are right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 10 pitches for Dow in the first.
Got to write
top
that
of the
down.
first.
Yep,
so.
1, 4. That's exactly right.
I'm working on a new spark line pitch counting method.
Okay.
Here. If I get that, man, there's
very good. I jot them down by the at bat and then add them up at the end of the inning. So.
I'm not keeping a book for this. I'm always interested with the new pitch count rule. I do like to see where everything is. So
4 in a row and chased out
4 straight.
So that puts a runner in scoring position as Jones trots down to second base. So an error and a walk has gotten the Mounties in a little bit of trouble. Cole Weimer thrown from the right side. Peyton Abney, 161 hitter on the season, 6 hits. Late, boy, I know lots of Crawfordsville fans watching that. That's a good layoff because that's a pitch that Peyton Abney swings at regularly. Yeah. So,
and we're seeing something here with Weimer. He's working outside. He's consistently missing outside. He might want to, I'm not a pitching coach, but he might want to adjust where he's standing. Mm-hmm. Might want to shift a little bit. Look, he's shaded towards the first base side of the rubber. Yep. And he might want to adjust his footwork here.
Bring the right toe over a couple inches or
something. Because the pattern is we're 6 in a row here on the balls. So, and they've all been about the same spot.
Yep. 2-0 our count here. 2 out, 2 on, bottom of 1.
Oh.
Yikes.
Apparently, if he sees it enough times, it looks better. But, you could probably hear the crowd in the background not thrilled with that call in the slightest.
The same dads who are grumpy about the interference call, grumpy about that one.
Yeah. That one definitely was a strike.
That's heading for softball. Yeah. They're playing a double header, as I understand, over at softball tonight. We've got a Southmont 8-0 lead in the 4th inning.
Yeah, probably again trying to take advantage of the decent weather. So.
Absolutely. Swing and a miss.
And
that ends things for Crawfordsville. No runs, no hits. 1 Southmont error, 2 guys left on base. And we got 5, 6, 7, 11, and 5 is 16 pitches for Weimer. So neither pitcher getting into any kind of pitch count difficulty in the first inning. So the Athenians head back out to play a little defense here. Sun coming in off the top of the press box over there on the behind us on the football side. By the way, Scott Smith, I was talking to him on Saturday after we were all done, and he said he was looking down here. He said, "You guys really looked cold." He was up there. He said he put one of the sunshades down. Said he'd taken his jacket off. He was just lounging up there. He said
all he needs is a recliner and a bucket of popcorn.
I told him, I said you just stick your if you stick your bare toes outside of that press box window tonight, I said we're going to start throwing rocks at it. So then I don't care how many of Bryce Barton's windows we break, So
your secret's safe with me.
Yes. So Scotty's up there again. So he looks happy in his Michigan garb up there.
Well, not quite as blustery a wind, and maybe a couple degrees warmer today. I saw 70 on the drive home.
Yep, so. And I think I saw 71 or 72 about an hour or so ago. Yeah. So, and this wind is coming a little bit in from right field tonight. So a little of that wind's going to blow in on his face too.
Yeah.
So
that's too bad.
Yeah, I know it. Into every life, a little rain must fall.
There you go.
Well, the Mounties are going to bring up Cam Chad in the number 5 spot. Cam's a .231 hitter, 9 hits, 6 runs, 6 RBIs.
The shortstop, Cam Chad.
Pretty positive he will be pitching the second game of the doubleheader tomorrow night. First pitch, called strike. Speaking of tomorrow night, we got to text Mr. Barton and see what's going on about that.
Get the official words.
Right.
Nice job by Kellerman to go get that one.
Got that. Waves off Dow. Come over to help cover. 3 unassisted. Brings up Ryan Stanley. .214 hitter. 9 hits. 6 runs, 4 RBIs.
Other than maybe the Michael kid, not sure really from a experience-wise, Mr. Stanley just a sophomore, so you're probably through the part of the order again, except for maybe Travis Michael, I think he took a year off to do track last year, but he's back in the lineup, and he's a dangerous hitter with some wheels, but he's further down in the order. Chunk got him right there.
You get first base when you do that. You get clunked by one.
Yeah.
Well, that gives Stanley first base, and that'll bring up Peyton Weininger. Peyton, 161 hitter, 5 hits, 3 runs on the season, a couple of RBIs.
Looks like the son of possibly Brad.
It absolutely is.
It is. I remember Brad's days from when I was in high school.
Sure.
First baseman for the Mounties back in the day.
Yep. And Brad was also an assistant coach under Dan Taylor when Dan was the Legion coach for a couple of years, a long time ago. Barry Lewis and I were the volunteer. We were listed as assistant coaches. We were more helpers, drivers.
Sure.
Keepers of other things that nobody else wanted to do.
And having experienced Legion ball for the first time myself last year, it does takes a full crew to make that happen.
Yeah, it takes a village there. There's no doubt about that. I pitched just down. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Answers my own question that I was going to pose, wondering if maybe they would try to advance Stanley, but it looks like they're going to go with a straight. Let's get a couple of base hits.
Yeah, conservative lead over there at first base.
Right. Called strike. I've talked with Coach Welver several times when I've covered the Mounties for the Journal, and that has always been the deal. He says, boy, we just, get one guy on, we can't get the second hit. We get two guys on, we can't get the third hit. It's just been, their story this year as they are 7-8 on the season. There's one headed for softball.
Yeah, that timely hitting.
Yep. 7-8, 1-8 in the conference. Just been a lot of close, but no cigars. So.
Well, they've been, let's see, as far as they've already been through Danville,
Yep.
And let's see, I think I saw they played Webo. That was the split.
Yep.
That was
and they played North.
Swing and a miss.
2 down for the Mounties. That'll bring up Cole Roach. 213 hitter, 10 hits, 6 runs, 11 RBIs on the year, 22. Couple of doubles. He's got a couple of triples as well.
Wow.
Yep.
So probably somebody can hit the ball and run, it sounds like. Big guy. Fouls one off.
Back towards us.
I think that's number 8 on deck there, Travis Michael.
That is Travis Michael. That's exactly right.
All right. So, another foul ball. I don't recognize who's coaching first for the Mounties.
Hang on a second here. Let me see. Okay. It's Kevin Wilkinson, I think. Because there's Coach Weininger.
The wrestling coach,
yeah. He's
that makes sense.
There's a 2-hopper, 3-hopper, down to third. Abney, good scoop by Dowell, excuse me. Abney's at second. B. Dowell, C. Dowell.
No errors and 1 left.
Fire over to Kellerman at first. So the 1-3-4 for Southmont, and that is 2, 4, 9, 11 pitches.
Yep.
So Dowell with 1 hit allowed so far, cruising along. But the third inning was the big disaster on Saturday.
Yeah, that's where the wheels came off the bus, and we were driving down the road on the rims with the sparks flying off. Luckily, we didn't set the bus on fire.
About right.
So, yeah.
Right.
And I think I read, I don't remember if it was your write-up or one of the other ones I saw, but where Coach Froge characterized that as kind of 5 minutes made all the difference in the game. Because the
3 hitters.
Yeah,
3 hitters.
And it was with 2 outs in the top of the third as well. We had if you go back and watch the tape, you had Blackburn slip in center field and still almost got to the ball.
Right.
And that allowed the double. Yep. And then I think there was a single
then a hit batter. Then a hit batter, and then an E6.
Yeah.
Then it had an E6, and then 2 more hits, including a double after that.
Yeah, there we go.
And had the double even just stood, that only made it 1 run. So if you get out on the E6, if that play doesn't happen, then you're still out. You're only down 1-0 instead of 6-0 heading into the bottom of the third inning, and your offensive attitude probably takes a whole different approach.
Sure it does. So
all right.
Speaking of
from Bryce Barton, BC is out 5 o'clock tomorrow at Southmont.
Okay, starting early.
So, yeah, or even earlier.
So Josh Blackburn up.
Yep.
And then Cale Wendelin on deck for the
middle of the order for Crawfordsville. Josh, 268 hitter. First pitch.
Breaker stays up
and in. As you mentioned, Weimer 1-3 on the season, 1.25 ERA.
Blown away.
Down, no good.
This looks like kind of a situation here with Weimer tonight. When you see the pitch that you can drive, you might want to get on it because you're not going to. There it was.
Yeah.
So the take might have been on there. He's throwing far more balls than strikes. So again, it's like you said, Jeff. They might be working the count here a little bit, hoping to see what else
stays up again.
What else the Mounties throw at him, where they can wear Weimer down and then just take your walks or take your hits, whatever they offer.
You get into the second time through the order, and you get down into that 50-60 pitch count. Ball 4. Blackburn scoots down to first base. Southmont had the corners up. We'll see if they stay with that or if they'll pull the middle up to double play depth. Wendelin. If I'm a guessing man, and I don't know Coach Trojan's signals like some of you guys that have been on the program a lot, I'm going to guess we're going to see a bunt here, a sacrifice attempt.
Possibly.
Yep.
That was one. Take all the way, by the way.
Yep, absolutely. Cale's a 216 hitter.
Oh, Coach Froge, I think that was a Supreme with anchovies.
Yeah.
everybody lost count on that. Coach Welver's even got a confused look on his face down there, and he's been doing this with him for over 30 years.
30 years. Yeah, when when you've got the batter running back to you and the runner at first base standing there with his hands on his hips, and your first base coach is down there going, shaking his head a little bit,
Try that again.
Yeah. Somewhere along the line, we all missed the reset button. There's the bunt. Foul ball. Ball bounced straight up and stayed in foul territory. Brandon Rogers came up quickly and got it, but the ball was just to the right-hand side of foul. So Wendelin falls behind 0-2. Let's see if Coach stays with the play or goes swing away. Bunts. Ball gets away. There's a throw down to second. And gets away from second. So Wendelin's out on the strikeout. He can't advance because Blackburn was
on the
bag. So we're going to call a wild pitch because he wasn't going. And that moves Blackburn to second base. So Wendelin moves the runner.
Yeah. There's no such thing as a sacrifice K. So.
No, that's right. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's no SAC in front of the K. But there's a first swing that'll move a runner to third. That's an easy step on the bag for Bullerdeck.
No.
So the Athenians got a guy 90 feet away.
Yeah. Brings up number 9 hole, Brendan Dow.
293 hitter. And this is the exact situation why Coach puts this 293 hitter in the number 9 spot. Just in case you got somebody there that he looks, pulls back, doesn't apply, ball 1.
A little bit of deception maybe here, trying to again induce the pass ball.
Yeah. Brendan's got the 5th highest number of hits on the team.
Yeah.
So
and I think he sat out 2 games too.
Okay.
Sat out last night, and he had to sit out one of the first games. I think he had to sit out the first game of the year because he was sick right before the season started, and it ended up being one practice short.
Practice, okay.
Yep, was one practice short.
Got it.
So he's actually, if you look at his games played, he's probably down 2.
Yep. He is he looks at a bunt opportunity, but doesn't. It's now 3-0.
Yeah.
don't exactly think you want to pitch around this guy to get to the top of the order.
No.
I'm not the smartest man in the world, but
yeah. You're staring into the teeth of the order if you and he walked him.
So
now you
4 pitches.
All right,
now
and those weren't out; those were up.
Yeah, those were up. Yeah. So 2 away, 2 on.
Well, and Johnson at the plate. I'm guessing Dowell will be hustling to second base.
Yeah.
With the very first pitch.
Yeah, he's got already got a healthy lead over there at first.
See if Weimer even thinks about him back there. Oh, got him leaning. That kept him on first. Johnson takes the pitch low and outside.
Yeah.
Nice job by Rogers keeping it in front of him.
Scooping that out.
Yep. All right, let me just quick look, just because I love answering your questions.
Dowell squares around. I'm sorry, Johnson squares around. Dowell advances on the pitch.
There we go.
Sorry about that.
B-Dowell 1 game down. 19 games played.
Well, then I didn't think he got in last night, but maybe he did. Maybe I didn't see that.
Maybe came in as a courtesy runner or something
could
like
be.
that.
Could be.
Ball 3. So
take all the way here.
Certainly that. First base is open, but you're staring down the barrel of a bigger gun.
Yeah.
Called strike.
Nice pitch.
Yep. So we'll see. I'm sure Johnson's got a green light anytime he sees a good pitch.
Yeah.
As a senior and a leader and a 400 hitter, but
chance for 2 RBIs.
Yep.
Nice job by B-Dowell, kind of a little distraction there.
Oh, the ball pops out.
The ball.
Bobbles the ball. Okay. Well, Southmont mistake. E3 on the throw over.
Yeah, must have hit the heel of the glove there. I couldn't quite tell, but
it came out from deep in his glove.
Yeah,
too.
I say it wasn't a snow cone by any stretch.
No, and that was not a bounce. So you don't give it. It's straight on the catch. So B-Dowell winds up at third base, although Coach Froge has already given him an earful about why he wasn't heading.
Yeah, he let up, and with the ball in on the ground, that's going to advance.
Hit. Carson Scott.
He got hit him.
Yeah, he got hit.
Okay. Oh, now he did it.
Yes. So that moves Johnson to second base, who was heading that way anyway.
Yeah.
So now brings up Caden Jones, who hitting 500 on the season. Team leader, 29 hits. Team leader, 31 RBIs. In the state rankings in both of those.
Not a stretch for Caden to go either field here. He could go opposite and use the wind advantage, or he could, at this point, no stiffer than it is, he could drive it out to right field if he got the right pitch. And that one's
off the front of the bat. So
cleanly played.
It's going to be a routine play out in center field. So Logan Smith comes up with that 1 run for Crawfordsville, and they do it on no hits. 1 error, and they leave 3. So there's a hit by and 2 walks. Yes.
And an error.
Yes, and the error.
Yeah. So really, that's the two Mountie errors have created the situation so far. Then we couldn't capitalize on the one in the first inning, but we do on there in the bottom of the second.
21 pitches for Weimer, so he stands at 37 after 2 innings of work.
Not bad.
And C-Dowell is sitting at only 21 pitches after his 2 innings of work. He'll face 9-1-2 for Southmont as the Crawfordsville home team takes a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second inning. County conference match. This one they're playing for more than just bragging rights. There's a lot of work left to do for anybody in the Sagamore Conference.
Sure.
North's only a couple of games out. You've got Danville and Tri-West lurking in the background. So
I think that's where you want to take advantage of these games right here, and not take any pressure off of Danville to finish out.
No.
They've already got the 2 losses, and then we play them again
on Friday night.
Friday night. So.
Right, and North Montgomery, of course. They got a full schedule this week also, and while they can't keep an eye on a scoreboard, they got to get their work done, but they can certainly be in a position, next week where if they would win their 2 and they won last night, they beat Lebanon last night, so they stay right in the thick of things.
Oh, okay.
So if they,
certainly a chance to play at least spoiler.
If somebody,
right?
that's right. Well, if somebody can beat Crawfordsville in these next 3, whether it's South tonight, now tomorrow night, or Danville Friday night, then all of a sudden you're saying, well, now
it has a whole nother level of implication.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what happened a couple of years ago. Was it last year? A couple of years ago, where
2 years ago, I think it was.
Just a couple. And all of a sudden it went from cruising along, and all of a sudden it was all tied up. As we said, 9-1-2 here for Southmont. Travis Michael, a 171 hitter.
That's the first time Chase hasn't thrown a strike at the first pitch of the inning. 2 for 2 before that one.
Okay.
There's a swing and a miss.
Yeah. Mounties with 1 hit. They had Boone Welliver thrown out. There's a called strike. They had Boone Welliver thrown out at the plate to end the first inning. Bullardick singled to right field, but a well-executed relay. Ball high and out.
Nice off the high cheddar.
From right to first to home, and Welliver was out. Welliver will be next up. Foul ball, heading for the... Well, everybody's paying attention. About seven guys with gloves there. You're ready to grab that.
Yeah. If any of you have baseball players, I would encourage you to go back and watch that the throw in from right field and then the cutoff by the Will Kellerman there at first base.
Yep. That was well done. Yep. That's right out of the videos there. It creates a new video.
Yeah. Where everybody positioned themselves, the catch, the turn, the throw, where they put the second throw. Yeah. So nice job.
Yep.
There's
swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Yeah, Jones, as Michael, will become the 3rd strikeout victim of Chase Dowles. My stats were cut off from Coach Coy. I know that Saturday Chase was at about let me see if I can get my numbers back here. He was 9 walks to 46 strikeouts, and he walked 3 and struck out, I believe it was 8.
Good thing.
No, not that many. I didn't strike out that many.
No, I'd say be surprised if you got
he
that.
Walked 1. Yeah, he struck out. He did strike out 3, so he is at 49. So Brandon Rogers in the first inning was his 50th strikeout victim of the season.
Outside.
Ball's out.
Still out in front here on Boone. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yep. Welliver reached base on a catcher interference call on the very first pitch of the ball game. As you mentioned a moment ago, throwing out.
Another ball outside.
Yep.
Trying to
even things up.
Not give Boone anything too tasty over the plate there to hit. So.
Dahl works out of the full windup here.
Swing and a miss.
Well, that one kind of down around the lower ankles. And
Boone didn't know quite what to do with that one.
Yep.
So I have a feeling it probably had a little more motion on it from his perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
It gets there in a hurry when Chase is, because Chase looks like he's really in a groove. I've only got him at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 balls for the night.
There's a strike.
Yeah, so he's really humming along here. So whatever the kink was on Saturday, he seems to have worked it out.
Yeah.
That one's just misses. It's hard to watch that one.
As my dad says when he watches, or when he used to watch a lot of baseball, my dad's a huge baseball fan. He said that's a good place to miss.
Yeah.
Just off that corner like that. Swing and a miss.
Dowell quickly out in front here. 1 ball, 2 strikes again with 2 away in the top of the 3rd. So, another swing and a miss. Just
strikes out the side. So that's 5 Ks for Owl. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left, and that is 5, 9, and 6, 15 pitches, the most in the inning, most of any inning in the game, but certainly effective. So 36 pitches going into the bottom of the third inning for Chase. As we said, 37 pitches through 2 innings of work for Cole Weimer. The Athenians up by a run.
Nice and boring, just the way Coach Froge likes it.
That's right. That's right. What was it? In Bull Durham, strikeouts are 2. Something I forget. There's a great term that's
been too long.
Yeah, I know it. I haven't seen that movie in a little while.
Worth a watch. So
oh my gosh, yes.
Not just one of the best baseball movies ever, but one of the best sports movies ever. So.
Yes, no doubt about that.
It's a good dose of anecdotal baseball stuff and humor and everything else.
Well, and then how many lines haven't we as sports fans stolen from that line? I've used the line, he couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. You know, I have insulted more friends that way than I can possibly even imagine. Yeah. So it's just like from Blazing Saddles when Slim Pickens comes riding in the very first thing. What in the wide world of sports is going on here? You know, I tried for a long time when cell phones were first coming out and you could modify your ringtones and stuff like that. I was going to end up having to pay some kind of a rights fee to use that, because that's what I wanted to have for my ringtone. So, but then I actually heard a couple times, you know what, it's too long and people are just going to just think you're absolutely insane. So I'm not going to give them enough reason to think that already.
Yeah, so not quite as catchy when there's
yeah. So Chase Owl will lead things off. He walked, and that's where he stayed in the first inning. He walked on 4 pitches.
Ooh, that
had
a lot of English on that. Yeah.
So he punches it right back to Weimer, and Weimer tosses over to first.
I thought that was going to scoot by him, but the spin on the ball actually took it right to him. That was.
I wonder, it was in that really thick, tall grass. I wonder, it took so much spin there. If it had gotten to the mound with that kind of spin, it probably would have spun right away from Weimer.
Might have danced around it a couple times.
Yeah. Peyton Abney was a strikeout victim in the first inning.
Yeah, this is where we're seeing Weimer struggle just a little bit with his control. So.
Second time through the order for the Athenians.
Well, there's
got one where he wanted it that time.
No guessing with this guy when he's the strike, right away.
Yeah, so that arm comes up on a good punch.
It's a little bit of a chicken dance move too. There's another strike. So Abney falls behind, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul tip, stays in his glove.
Rogers,
strikeout.
Nice job
coming
up
by
with
Rogers.
That one. Yeah.
So Abney's second strikeout of the day. Blackburn comes up. He reached on a walk and scored Crawfordsville's only run of the game.
Blackburn.
He reached, went second on a wild pitch, moved to third, and scored on the Trent Johnson was up at the plate and reached on the air. Called strike.
Yeah, that's right. Just a little bit of the black on the inside edge of the plate there, just enough.
Broom that off just a little bit more, and it won't be there.
Outside. Because Weimer working back and forth here now a little bit. I wonder if, I don't know. He seems to, I don't know if that's intentional or if that's just where he's just struggling to find exactly where he wants to put it. Yeah. Oh, Josh got all that one.
That's heading for the and good hustle.
My goodness.
What a good hustle by Logan Smith out there in center field.
What a play.
Chase that one down.
That was pretty impressive. That was more to left than it was to center. So
yeah, that's a
way to track a ball down, kid.
Yeah, Logan Smith comes up with a big play, the biggest defensive play of the game. That ball, and you can't, the video doesn't show it, but the wind was blowing the ball away from him on top of that. Yeah. And that ball didn't have a whole lot of rise on it, so he's got to get to where it's going, and does. So tip your hat to Logan Smith on that one, and he takes away a 2-base or a 3-base hit by Josh Blackburn.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw Pilar's total Superman last night for the Toronto Blue Jays.
It was late before I did, but I finally did. That was amazing.
Oh, my goodness.
Totally amazing. So
Be back here once again for a 6 p.m.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
Yes, indeed. So only 8 pitches for Weimer to get out of that mess. So he moves up to 45 pitches.
Speaking of impressive, I got to see if the Yankees, what the game start first pitch was down in Cincinnati tonight. Not till 7:10.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm an unapologetic New York Yankees fan. So.
Wow, they have laid waste to the National League Central.
Yeah.
Lower these. All right, top of the 4th.
The catcher, Brandon Rogers.
First pitch called strike. Brandon Rogers, a strikeout victim, his first trip to the plate.
These two guys have either played with each other or against each other since they were probably about 6 years old.
Yeah, that's about it.
There's a chopper back to...
Chopper right back to the pitcher, back to Dow.
2 pitches and 1 away.
Yes,
Brings
indeed.
up Bullardick.
Bullardick singled to right field, which was the beginning of the end of the first inning for Southmont. He singled to right, and Jones' throw to Kellerman, whose throw to Bennett at home got Welliver trying to slide under the tag.
I missed what? Just slices foul.
Foul down the line. Yeah, there's some cheering down there. I don't know.
Yeah, I missed the setup. So
if there's somebody's birthday or whatever.
Oh, probably with all the familiar, either that or somebody just got here late. So with all the familiarity there, who knows what's going on between the two schools? Good rivalry. Oh,
absolutely. Ball just down.
Chase, a little bit quicker release on that one there. Might be working a little bit different arm motion here. Gets Bullardick to
fist.
Brendan Dow.
B-Dow, throw
nice
to
throw.
first.
There we go.
5-3.
Nice job to scoop that up and.
Yep. The infielders got to come charging. You know, a ball gets into this thick, lush grass, and it's not going to go very far, very fast.
Shortstop, Cam
Chad.
So
grounded out to first, his first time up.
5 pitches and already 2 away.
Yeah.
So Dow just absolutely in cruise mode here.
Yep. Oh, that's headed to center field of the softball diamond.
Got all the way around.
I don't know if the first game is ended over there. If they're getting closer, it's 12-2.
Yeah. Just a long strike.
Yes, indeed. There's one off the plate. That's right back to Dow. Double clutches and throws. So 2 to the pitcher and one to third base.
7 pitches.
Yes, indeed.
I do have a correction to our schedule. The Benton Central game has been canceled. These same 2 teams will be back in action tomorrow night at Southmont. First pitch, 5 p.m.
5 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, so Dave, early start.
Dave was just, he evidently did not get the memo about the as NASCAR, it looks like NASCAR scheduling, Crawfordsville baseball schedule written in pencil. Or NASCAR rules, sorry, not NASCAR scheduling, NASCAR rules.
Yeah.
Always a joke there. So the Benton Central game tomorrow night, which was, just a non-conference filler.
And that was a makeup game from a Friday rainout a couple weeks ago.
Yep. So I did not get any official explanation. I guess the forecast must not be very good for Thursday.
Well, let's take a look.
Why don't you take a look?
I'll play amateur meteorologist here.
Hey, you know what? The professionals get they're on TV all the time and doing all that.
Probably. What was it I heard the other day? A face made for radio.
Yes, I know that feeling.
Yes, Wednesday. It looks like it's going to rain later in the day on Wednesday, so maybe that's what the thought would be. Well,
rather than
it looks like there's maybe a pop-up shower between 4 and 6 there.
Perfect. Oh, of course. That's exactly when it would rain here.
Right.
Just find me at Elston and bring your umbrella.
And then Thursday looks like basically a pretty steady chance of rain all day.
Oh, okay.
And so maybe that's what they're thinking is if their field gets another night tonight and part of the day tomorrow, maybe they, even with a little bit of rain, maybe they could still get it in. It doesn't look like it's forecast for a lot of rain. That's what That's what I'm seeing here is basically a couple hundredths of an inch is all they're projecting. So more of a miss than anything.
And at the plate, hold on here.
Bennett.
So Bennett now is up for Wendelin. So Kale struck out his first time up, and now it's Bennett. And 1-1 the count. Outside. Bennett doesn't have a lot of at-bats. Gets a good cut on one. Coach Froge elects not to stick the end of his fingers in front of it.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Bennett.
2-2. He's the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Crawfordsville up 1-0 over the mighty Mounties of Southmont. Next pitch, fouled. Again, it's somebody. It's in one of the crowds here.
Bennett working the pitch count up.
Yep. A really good Crawfordsville baseball crowd here, and a really good Southmont softball crowd over on the other side.
I guess the benefit for the Southmont folks is they can sit in one spot and maybe. Well, I guess they
straight up
fouls another one off.
That's going to be right here on top of us. Heads up in the back.
Ding dong.
Oh, I got farther back.
Just about got the Southmont girls softball team.
They are all just probably headed for a bathroom break. Oh, swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt. Bennett heads first, but the throw out is there. So 1 up, 1 out for Crawfordsville. We'll bring up Will Kellerman.
The first baseman, Will Kellerman.
Kellerman grounded out to first. First trip to the plate. Boulderdick snagged a couple of hoppers. Called strike. Both pitchers just working right along here. Chase Dowell, incredibly effective for Crawfordsville. And Cole Weimer doing a real nice job for the Mounties.
Inside on Kellerman.
Rip down the
line.
Got a little early on it.
Yeah, that was a curveball that hung up there, and Will was able to get a good read on it and actually just
swung a little too soon.
Yeah. Tell you to wait on him. He didn't wait quite long enough.
Patience is a hard virtue in baseball. There's one on the opposite side. As we talk, so let it happen.
Yeah, we'll see if hitting becomes contagious here. It would be nice to see the guys, again, kind of break out of this slump a little bit overall. I think they'll probably the last 3, 4, 5 games not had the production that we need up and down the order,
right.
Say.
The Athenians are still looking for their first hit, although the scoreboard shows Crawfordsville with a hit. I don't know where they gave it.
Well, that would have been it right there.
Oh, unless they got it up that fast. That's the fastest that scoreboard has worked in years then.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon Dowell is up. Walked. Puts down a bunt. Going to go foul. Dowell walked, stole second, and was stranded at third base in the 2nd inning. The inning that Crawfordsville put their run up on the board.
I have a conversation here.
Coach Froge. Is he giving him a little decoy challenge or
advice?
Advice. Something about where to put the bunt, maybe.
Could be,
if you can. 1 strike. Ball up and away.
Yeah.
Kellerman has got no lead.
Brandon moves very well behind the plate, so you don't know about pushing it down the first base side. We saw Weimer come off and make a nice play on a couple different times, so off the mound. So it depends on if you're trying to actually just do the sacrifice or if you're actually trying to bunt for a hit.
Yeah. Sure. Well, if you bunt down the third base line, you got no chance. Cole Roach is close enough to
he's almost
stick a hand in the pocket.
Yeah, he's almost even with Weimer on the mound.
Yep. Runner moves, bunt.
Foul. Dow can't quite get the ball back in time.
They're working the hit and run. Or maybe, not the hit and run because the bunt was on. If Bedow can pull the bat back, Kellerman, they got a pretty good jump.
Straight steal, yeah.
Yep. 2-2 now.
Kellerman with a conservative lead.
Very.
There he goes.
He goes again. Throw down a second. We'll see.
It's in there in time.
Out.
Got it,
yep.
Yeah. He needed that extra step. That was... Will's quick, but not quite that quick.
Not that quick.
Nice job by Rogers. That was a bullet right on the money.
Yep, and the throw was down to Chad at second, who applied the tag. So 2 out now for Crawfordsville. Strike out and a single caught stealing, and it's a full count for the number 9 hitter, Brendan Dow. And he'll put one up in the air.
That might be trouble with the wind.
Does with it.
Boone slides under and makes the catch.
Boone well over with the catch, so Crawfordsville gets a guy on, but can't do anything with him. They get their first hit of the game.
No errors. Hit that left.
No runs and a hit. No errors. Nobody left on base. So the Athenians only put 3 to the plate. Weimer does end up with a few extra pitches there. 7, 11, and 6 is 17.
I'm going to have a little radio silence here, Jeff.
All righty.
Right back.
Very good, very good. Well, we'll continue to go through schedules for everybody. The Athenians have a schedule change for tomorrow now. They were originally scheduled to play Benton Central here at home, and they're not going to do that now. That BC game has been canceled. And Crawfordsville and Southmont will play the second game of their Sagamore Conference doubleheader tomorrow at Southmont with a first pitch scheduled time of 5 p.m. So mark the calendars there. As it always is in the springtime in Indiana with baseball, there's always going to be a lot of cancellations and postponements and redirects. But Crawfordsville now tomorrow night, Wednesday night, is now a conference game, with Southmont. So mark your calendars for that. Nothing on Thursday, although we'll see if the schedule makers can come up with something because there'll be an open hole in the schedule. Friday is a makeup game with Danville, a big Sagamore Conference matchup here at home. That game will be on iHigh and YouTube, so I invite you to, if you can't, to get to the stadium, or if you're watching from a lot of miles away, to tune on in. It should be a great game. And then on Saturday, the Athenians are scheduled to travel to Indianapolis to take on Park Tudor. That game is tentatively scheduled for an 11 a.m. varsity first pitch with a junior varsity match to start after that. So Crawfordsville with one defensive change. That is Pierman. Ethan Pierman now playing first base for Kellerman. And this is Ryan Stanley at the plate. Takes a ball, takes 2 balls. Stanley was hit by a pitch, got no farther than first base. His only other plate appearance in the second inning. Dow, wheels and deals. Here's a pitch up in the air down the right field line. Everybody running. And Abney comes up with a long run and a slide. Birdies up both of those knees to come up with that play. So really nice play by Peyton Abney out there to come up with the first out of the inning for Southmont here in the top of the 5th inning. That will bring up number 22, as you see. It's Peyton Weiniger, the designated hitter.
Peyton Weiniger.
Went down on strikes in his only other plate appearance in the second inning. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Heading to the bottom of the order here. Hitter number 7 for Southmont. Mounties 7-8, 1-8 on the season. Foul ball. Heading for the softball field. 0-2 quickly on Weiniger. Cole Roach stands on deck. He will get at least one swing for Southmont here in the top of the 5th. Dow wheels fires upstairs. 1-2 the count. Dow with that characteristic ball in the glove, no hand on it. Down, just misses. Just misses. 2-2. We missed you.
Oh, well, looks like I missed an out.
Yes, you missed a phenomenal foul ball out, called strike 3. Peyton needed to have swung on the one before that. The home plate umpire wasn't going to give him a second look at a nice pitch. So Weiniger takes his seat. He strikes out twice in the game. Brings up Cole Roach. The play he missed, Aaron, was a long, high, foul ball down the right field line, and swing and a miss there. And everybody was chasing it. Pierman, who is now at first base, was giving some chase, but the guys, the faster guys were at it, and Abney in foul territory went sliding on his knees and came up with a catch. So it was a really, really nice play.
Good deal.
Yes, indeed. Definitely worth going back and checking the video one more time. Quick 0-2 Roach. Ball in the dirt. Bennett does a nice job of knocking it down. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. Southmont top half of the 5th inning. Called strike. Boy, that one just that froze Roach, and it curved right over the plate.
No runs, no hits.
So the second strikeout of the inning. Get some numbers here put together. That is 2, 5, 6. That's 7 Ks now for Chase Dowell. We head to the bottom of 5. 3, 8, and 4 is 12. So certainly within any guidelines, 55 pitches through 5 innings of work.
Wow.
Yes, indeed. Cole Weimer heads back to the mound for Southmont. He has 62 pitches thrown in his 4 innings of work, and he will face the top of the order for the Athenians as they ended the last at bat on a fly ball. It'll be Johnson, Scott, and Jones. Johnson has the RBI on the only run scored of the game. He reached on an error. That drove in Josh Blackburn, who had walked and eventually gotten his way to third base. Everybody gets all set. I know I'll jinx everything by saying something about how this game is just sailing along.
Well, hopefully if the floodgates open, it's right here. I'm just going to say that. I just keep saying it. The Athenians are due for a breakout inning. It hasn't happened in a while.
Yep.
So they've been close. They've knocked on the door. It's going to have to kick it in here at some point.
Right. Yep. No runs on Saturday in 7 innings and 2 runs in 7 innings yesterday. So here's Johnson. Pitches down. Bounces off of Rogers. Umpire gives it a little rub to rub some of the scuff off of it. You don't toss the ball out after one pitch like you do in the major leagues.
Yeah. It's all right. They go through over 200 baseballs in your average MLB game.
Yeah.
I was stunned.
Yeah.
So that basically becomes every pitch is a fresh ball.
It can be. Yeah, it sure can be. And I can't even begin to think of how many they used on Sunday night in that 18-inning game with the Yankees and the Cubs. There's a
worm burner squirts right through there.
Yep.
Johnson's going to leg it out for a double. They're going to lollygag bringing the ball in. He's going to make them pay for it.
Johnson makes them pay for that. So the E5 turns into an E5 double baser. Roach thought the ball was going to come up. It may have caught off the edge of the grass with a little spin on it, and it never came up. And his glove too high. It went right between the wickets. So Johnson has reached on an error for the second time today, and he legs out the throw.
Yeah, saw the left fielder not hauling it to get over there, and he decided he was going to find another gear, and sure enough, he did.
Sure did. It brings up Carson Scott. Scott looks to bunt, doesn't. Oh, he does bunt. They do call it, but the ball's in the dirt.
Yeah, so Johnson advances to third there.
Advances there. So the wild pitch and a strike. I thought Scott had pulled the bat back in time, but he didn't.
The read was from the umpire was just left it out there a little bit too long.
Sure. Well, if you throw that elbow out a little bit at it.
Our second strike.
Yep, called strike right there. I'm sure unless there's a squeeze play, set up, I would think that Scott will be looking to drive the ball any direction. Puts it back in play. There's a four-hopper to second.
It's going to be
close. Yes, there's nothing but high speed there. Scott legs out and infield, one base hit, and gets himself an RBI.
Well, nobody out, one run scored, and another one on. So maybe this is what we were talking about. This could be. Hopefully this is the start. We wanted to go back and look at last year's schedule. When was the last time the Athenians lost 2 straight games?
Ooh, good question.
And then what did they do after that? I know we lost. What do we got going? What do they want?
Oh,
everybody up in the dugout.
Oh, Coach Bean, guilty of standing out on the floor.
I wonder when somebody's going to complain about the folks out here on the right field fence because their hands are actually technically in play there.
Yep.
So that'll be next. No impact on the game whatsoever.
It'll take somebody hitting one into them.
I know that last year we lost twice to finish the road trip down in Tennessee, and then if I'm not mistaken, they didn't lose again. My goodness, it might have been the second game against North Montgomery.
Okay.
So probably a stretch of probably about 10 or 12 straight. So if you go 10 or 12 straight after the 2 losses here, that would probably take you, deep into the state tournament at this point.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
So
good heavens, yes. Ball in the dirt, but Scott was moving, so we're going to give him the stolen base.
Well, did you tell me on Saturday that in high school ball,
catcher's indifference
is the same?
They still give them. They still award those stolen bases. Called strike.
Caden didn't like that. He thought that was up. Yeah, broke late.
He's called worse when strikes than that.
Yeah.
So
Caden
says, "All right, I'll hit one over into the football turf."
Yeah, he's gonna make it. The wind has died down just a little bit here. I say that, and it swirls around us. So, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jones. Dangerous.
Yep, 6th pitch of the at bat. He is 0 for 2 on the day. Reached on an error, flew out. He put one into play in the second inning that Southmont center fielder Logan Smith just made nothing but a great catch on. That catch he went.
Was that? I thought it was Blackburn.
No, that was Blackburn. That's my bad. That was the first fly ball out. Yeah. That was the one off the end of the barrel.
That one.
Big swing. Eighth pitch coming to Jones.
Sooner or later, Weimer's going to mess up and give Caden something that he can absolutely just destroy. He's just hanging around waiting for his pitch. There it is. Nope.
Just
under it.
Yep. 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
So he's thrown more pitches to Jones than...
he threw in the entire 3rd inning.
Well, then Dowell has thrown in a couple innings almost.
Yeah, Dowell has a 7 and a 10 and an 11 and a 12.
Oh,
wow. Just absolutely the right pitch to throw to Jones.
Bottom fell out of that one.
He was looking for heat, and he got no heat. He got lukewarm.
Yeah.
So Jones sits down. He's 0 for 3 on the day now, so his .509 batting average will probably drop down below 500 for the first time in a while. Chase Dowell, his runner moves, throw, not in time, get back on the base.
The bag, move.
Yeah.
He hurt himself, I think.
And Scott is...
No, just making sure he had both hands on the bag.
Yeah, there you go.
Something. It was an awkward slide there.
Yeah.
He twisted his knee maybe a little bit.
Still giving that.
Yeah, he caught his foot. I think he slid later than he intended to. And came into the bag a little bit hot.
Yep. First pitch of ball, second pitch.
Oh, I thought he was calling that. So I didn't see the double chicken wing there. So just a ball.
2-0 on Chase Dowell. As I mentioned, 0 for 1. Walked in the first, got stranded, grounded back to the Weimer on the mound in the 3rd. Foul ball, headed for softball. So the Athenians have 1 out. They have 1 run this half inning. They have Carson Scott standing at 3rd base. 1 and 2 on Chase Dowell.
That one's going to get
That one's
through.
going to get through for the RBI.
Good piece of hitting right there by Chase.
Yep.
Taking the pitch, hitting it where it came back where it came from. So that was inside, and he just took care of business right there to get that RBI.
Go with that direction. So Dowell is just going to get 29. Yes. Luke Mangold run.
Courtesy run.
Number 29, Luke Mangold.
Yeah, no sense taking a chance on any injuries or anything like that at this point, because healthy arms are going to be at a premium for the next couple weeks.
Oh, there's no question
with
about
all the
that.
scheduled games.
Yep. Even if you do lose the BC game tomorrow, which has been confirmed.
Yeah.
Peyton Abney is at the plate. Home plate umpire getting the courtesy runner
Now batting the second
jotted
baseman,
down.
Peyton Abney.
Abney 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts. Mangold sitting still, called strike.
Mangold runs very well. So wouldn't be surprised if they try to make something happen here. Maybe
do a little something here.
Fake bunt.
There he goes.
He's going anyway. And hit and run.
There's a big high hopper to third.
Yeah.
Big throw. He tagged him. He was out. 5-3 on that. Advances the runner, although he was on the move anyway. So the throw from Roach over to first.
Took his sweet time getting it over there.
He
He didn't even take a peek over at second, so I'm not quite sure. Unless he maybe lost it in the glove there a little bit.
That could be. He had no chance at second base. He had zero chance there because Mangold was flying.
Yeah,
so.
he runs really well. There's a get down ball.
That's the wind's going to blow that farther foul.
That would have scored Mangold easy.
Yep.
Easy. So Blackburn's tattooed a couple of balls. Just one was a amazing catch by the center fielder, and that one just slices just over into the warning track. Chitlin's over there and the corner in left field.
He walked and scored. There's one.
That catches the bag, so that's fair. Mangold's going to score.
That's literally a base hit.
Yeah,
and then because the ball dies on hitting second base, winds up in the dead grass in no man's land over there. That gives Blackburn a time to hustle out a two-base hit.
Nice job.
There we go. The leading candidate for a picture in the newspaper tomorrow morning. So that scores Mangold. That gives Crawfordsville 3 this inning, 4 for the game. 2 outs, bottom of 5. And that's going to bring Wendelin back up. So alternating hitters here.
I'm
not sure if that can be done. I'm not sure. See, I think once you put Wendelin hit for Bennett, which is fine.
And Bennett
went back into hit in the 4th. So I under my impression, you could re-enter Wendelin, but then Bennett would be out of the game. So unless you're going to put somebody else in to catch.
Well, now they've got somebody else, 34.
No, we're going to just do something
Austin
completely
Warren.
different. All right.
So they're going to
bring a freshman in. So Warren. Warren can technically sub. Yeah, Warren can sub for Bennett one time, and then Bennett can sub re-enter because he's got to re-enter because technically Bennett has not been subbed for until right now. So we got 34 Warren, freshman with a rare appearance, pitch in the dirt, and that's going to give Blackburn time to scoot to third base. Don't know how fast I can dig data out.
For Warren, I'm not sure. This is probably his first appearance.
Well, he puts one a 2-hopper, 3-hopper.
Oh,
Boone's got a throw, and he's out. Yep. So he was able to mishandle it a little bit and still recover in time to make the throw.
Your Athenians scored 3 runs.
Crawfordsville has got 3 runs.
Coach Welber having a little chit-chat there with young Mr. Warren. I think he
got to hustle all the way through that. 1 error by Southmont. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. And Blackburn stranded at third base.
That would have been an RBI right there. If
Sure would. Sure would. So let's see.
Closest little half a step more.
So 25 pitches for Weimer there. Takes him to 87 on the game. Chase Dowell heads back out for the top of the sixth. Chase has only thrown 55 pitches in 5 innings of work. Yeah. Efficiency.
Yeah. Efficiency. We got one. B. Dowell, I think, down in the bullpen possibly for the Athenians.
Okay.
Maybe going to come in and do a little bit of relief work.
Or is getting a touch of bullpen work in. Yeah, because, well, let's see. Today being Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, you keep Dowell.
For Friday.
Yeah, what's the number? What's the magic number for 2 days rest?
2 days rest, you got to have, isn't it?
Is it
less than 61? Because if you go to 61, you have to have
3.
You have to take. You can't pitch on the second day. You have to pitch on the third. You have to take 2 days off.
But that would be no problem because you sit Wednesday, Thursday.
Right, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah,
and so then you pitch Friday.
Right.
So Chase Dowell was good for one more inning.
Easily. Because I think it's if you go over 81.
Right.
Then you go to the third day rest or something.
Yes,
like
indeed.
That. I had this typed up at some point, but it's not on my phone. So.
We put so much stuff on our phones and we can't go back and find it. Somebody's warming up for Southmont, too. Need him to turn around.
3.
Number 3. Let me get you that. Oh, it's Cole Roach. Loosening up down there. This is Travis Michael. First pitch a ball. Second pitch also a ball. So a rare 2-0 count. I got to go back and look. There haven't been very many 2-0 counts. In fact,
he hasn't hardly thrown 2 balls in a row.
And this one's going to be popped up. Got a pretty good ride. Heading to the warning track.
Uh-oh, that's a bad throw there.
And that's going to get...
Oh, goodness gracious.
And not in time. So Crawfordsville tacks an error onto a double.
Yeah, Abney all the way over from second base to snare that. Thought we were going to see a version of the Jeter flip there.
Yeah.
Not so. That was, I'm not quite sure what.
Error on the throw. I don't know if the ball got wet, got slippery or something like that, but it just, in the process of getting it to a relay, it never worked. So Michael has his second double of the season, and that brings the top of the Southmont order up. Boone Welliver reached base on an interference call in the first inning, struck out in the third. First pitch called strike.
We'll see if Chase right here can hold Michael at third. Nobody out. Good little challenge there.
Yeah. Everybody resets. Dowell works out of the stretch to keep Michael a little closer. There's a 3-hopper. Johnson's got to go to first, and does. Nice play by Perlman to Perlman to but that will put
little stretch there.
Yeah.
He's a big kid, so he didn't have to go up too high for it. So, but that does take the goose egg off the board for the Mounties. So the shutout.
Weaver.
Done.
But the out is registered, and it'll bring Weimer up. Weimer sacrificed and puts 7 hoppers softly on the grass. Vidal with a throw over to first, and very quickly. So that is still Chase 3-5. That's 6 pitches. 6 pitches in the inning. 2 outs. 2 outs. Nobody on.
Yeah.
Brandon Rogers next up. Rogers struck out and grounded back to Dowell on the mound.
Rogers.
His 2 trips up to the plate. Dowell quickly working, called strike. 7 Ks on the game for Chase Dowell. Gives him 56 on the season. Ball just down. Called strike. Rogers behind, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top 6, getting a little more cloud action.
Yeah.
And the sun's starting to drop, too.
Yeah.
So
Cloud up. Wouldn't be surprised if we see the lights possibly come on here because the cloud cover to the west is and the south is a little bit thicker.
That cheapskate athletic director, I don't know. He may leave him off for another inning yet, so just to see if he can get a whole game without him.
Yeah.
He does listen to these broadcasts, doesn't he?
Yeah.
There's one out in front.
That hit him.
I thought.
Yeah. Stunning. Sure looked like that hit. Bounced back up and hit Brandon, but again, not from the angle of the umpire. So
yeah, and Coach Welliver not making him any kind of a fuss, maybe asking a question, but
he's mellowed in his years.
So that put out goes 2-3, but the Mounties do get a run. They get it on a hit. Crawfordsville adds an error to it that probably is going to turn that into an unearned run. Fact is, I know it does.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that.
And there are no runners left.
Yep.
Yeah, because he's stranded at second.
Yeah.
You get an infield out and an infield out.
Yeah,
you're all done.
Yep.
So, and let's see, 2, 3, 8, 11. 66 pitches through 6 innings of work.
Is stayed on his average. He was averaging 11 going into the inning, and
that's just amazing.
Yeah.
That's just amazing.
Kept it right there. So.
Yep. And I'm gonna weasel out.
Okay.
I'm putting my coat on.
Okay.
About an inning more than I thought I was going to last. It was nice and warm in my coat, or in my car.
Sure.
When I drove here, and I thought, it's just so nice out. And then I remembered how cold I was the last 2 times I was here. But I don't care if I have to haul my coat back.
Yeah,
bringing it along.
It's easier to take it off than to wish you had it.
It's still this time of May in Indiana. We just haven't had anything crazy. Although there have been some warm temperatures around the country. I talked with my mom for a minute yesterday, and it was 75 degrees in Del Rapids, South Dakota, and it was 55 here.
Well,
and it got over 80, got almost to 85 in Omaha yesterday.
Unusual,
yes, crazy differences. So, and earlier today, that cold front, warm front line, literally, I think is just north of Lafayette, it's just north of Chicago because it's still super cold in Chicago,
right?
And super warm, like just very few miles away from there.
I would have guessed something similar based on some of the cloud formation that I saw this morning. There was one that looked like a long horizontal tube to the north of 74 as I was driving to Indianapolis this morning. And, I would have guessed that you were getting some mixing of hot and cold air there.
Yeah. It didn't brew up another storm, which you could easily have done when those warm fronts and cold fronts start to collide.
Yeah.
So Cole Roach is heading to the mound for Southmont. There's number 3. You see him. See if I can. I don't have to do that. I got Southmont stats on the old-fashioned method. I got it on paper. Cole, 24 innings pitched. 2-1 on the season, 2.33 ERA, 18 hits allowed, 11 runs, 8 earned, 5 walks, 24 Ks, so almost a 5-to-1 strikeout ratio. Decent numbers here.
Mm-hmm. Trying to keep the Mounties close at this point, you figure, and I think Coach Welliver probably looking at Coach Jamie Waller looking at his pitch count on his other guy, trying to keep him
87.
Yeah, keep him in the mix for later in the week.
Yep. Oh, that's right. I was going to go through that. Called strike. This is
catches the outside corner there.
This is Kellerman. Oops, I got the wrong team
back in
here.
for Pierman. Now wait a minute. How is Kellerman hitting in a 9 spot?
He's not. This is the 8 spot.
Okay, so they must have Dowell down there warming up still. Because Johnson's on deck, and I was like, what the what?
Yep. Foul ball right off of Kellerman's foot. So Kellerman was substituted for defensively by Pierman.
Right.
And now Kellerman's back in to hit. So, all kinds of little oddities going on here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to keep
Chase in. Swing and a miss. Kellerman 1 for 3. He stroked a single to left center field his last time to the plate, but was caught stealing.
Wow.
And now this should bring up B-Dowell, unless they're going to hit for him.
I'd say they're going to.
Yeah, because he's still warming up.
Yeah, he's still throwing down there, so we're going to pinch hit.
Yep.
Is that the...
Mangold is still available. He's just been a courtesy runner.
What do we got here?
The numbers on the front of the shirts.
21.
No,
11.
11.
No.
That can't be it.
That's. Yeah, we got two 11s on the roster here. We got a problem.
Oh, okay.
That ain't Bennett.
All right.
That's 11 off
from the JV. I didn't get a copy of the. Let's see if I've got a.
Who that would be?
All right. Let's see here. Tommy sent me a roster.
The pitch hitter for Crawfordsville is number 11, Brandon Dimmerett.
Okay.
Okay.
Take your word for it.
Thank you, David. B. Well, if he does something really, really well, then I'll have to get the spelling properly. Ball 1. Ball 2.
Well, yeah, it's low. He might be taking till he sees one here. There it is.
Takes that one.
Paints the inside portion of the plate.
2-1. I guess I've promised folks about 7 times. Southmont has a game Thursday. Has now the game. There's a chopper. That's going to be
trouble.
Roach throws. All right. What do you think? I think the throw would have gotten him.
Yeah.
I think I got a lean at an E5.
Tough play. He was all the way behind the pitcher's mound when he fielded it on the run there.
Up on the board.
We got more timeouts here.
Yep, up on the board.
They're going to run for Dimmerett now.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is number 6.
Jake Decker.
So this is Decker.
His first varsity appearance, if my memory serves me correctly.
Okay.
So both those guys getting a little bit of action pulled up off. Get a taste of the county rivalry at the varsity level.
Exactly right. Anyway, finishing this all up, the Mounties have a Friday game at Clinton Prairie. That's the only other thing except for the
Gophers.
The Gophers, except for tomorrow now.
And the weather does look, at least as far as the weather I've looked at, looks like Friday would be
it's doable. Yeah, doable. This is Trent Johnson. Has reached twice on an error each occasion. RBI in the second, and then eventually scored in the fifth. So a semi-productive 0 for 3 day.
Decker don't want to fall asleep over there.
No.
He's got a healthy lead.
JV guys can do that. Ball 2. I didn't say they could do it well, you know.
I don't know. I don't know how if they've got more leniency because
Coach Bean is just sweating over there is all that is. Johnson takes inside 3-0. Cole Roach in relief. His first inning of work here for Southmont. Cole Weimer was the
ball rides up. Trent 4 straight pitches.
4 in a row.
Trotting down to first.
Brings up Carson Scott. Infield single. Drove in a run his last trip. 2 stolen bases. Eventually saw him score the second run of the inning for the Athenians.
Carson Scott.
He got hit by a pitch in the second, so he officially on the day is 1 for 2. Johnson away from first. His pitch
inside.
Misses.
Roach definitely struggling here to find the zone.
Yeah, he's, as we noted when he first came in, he's pitched some pretty good innings. Pretty good walk to strikeout ratio.
That was pretty generous. That was high. I guess it might have been at the top of the letters.
Maybe he pulled his shirt up or something.
I don't know. But yeah, it's stuck in his. Ooh, that ball slipped. Well, breaking ball didn't break.
Never curved. 2-1.
Looked like it slipped coming out of his hand.
Yes, indeed.
So this could be indicative of. I haven't seen Southmont play. Scott wanted all that one, but this might be. I'd have to go back and look at some line scores to see if they've been able to keep games close, and then they don't have the pitching depth to hold a close game.
Yeah, well, they haven't been torpedoed too many times, more than once or twice. The one run is the thing that's pretty indicative. That's the thing for them. They just can't get that second or third or fourth hit in a row. Foul ball straight back.
Straight on it.
Well, I made a couple of grandmas flinch down there.
They'll do that.
Yes. Tough not to flinch when you got a baseball coming right back at your face.
Yeah.
A lot of faith in that net.
Ball up. Load them up. Bases juice for you know who.
Oh, wow. Well, he being Caden Jones had a look at a bases loaded opportunity his last time up, struck out on a 9-pitch at bat.
Coach Welver wants to have a one-on-one with Cole here. So
now you've walked these two guys. Now you got to pitch to their best hitter with bases loaded. Good luck. We're all counting on you. I know it's more than a teaching moment than that. But sometimes Coach Welver, he's a matter-of-fact kind of guy.
It might have been something along like, "This is your mess. You clean it up."
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
There wasn't a lot said there.
Yep.
I doubt it was.
And Jones gets around on one, drives it foul.
The umpire's leaking baseballs.
All those big bags to put them in, he can't keep them in there.
Still no lights.
Yeah, see, that's what I said. Foul ball down the left side. Oh, that's heading for all the fans down there.
Ding dong. Just misses the open window into the concession.
Hey, what if that other window had been open? I think it might have gone in.
Yeah. So
Caden
still
Kraft a run for money.
0 for on the night, right?
Reached on an air, fly ball, strikeout.
That ball's outside. He's not going to swing at that.
No.
Little bit better hitter than that. You're going to have to give him something at least moderately close, trying to induce a pop out or a ground out here.
Oh, he got hit.
He's bad about that.
Didn't care for that. I know it hurt. Home plate umpire.
Let him know you can't quite swing the bat.
You can't throw the bat 50 feet. So. All right, so Jones earns an RBI the tough way. Hit by pitch.
Looked like it caught him right on the ankle bone there.
Yeah, and I'm sure it hurts like the devil. But that scores Decker, the pinch runner, for Durrett, who had pinch hit for Dowell. Dimmerett, I'm sorry. I wrote too fast. Didn't get my M's. So, Mounties got the same problem as before. They got bases loaded. Facing one out. One in here for Crawfordsville. 5-1. Pitch up.
Green light all the way, I'm sure.
Chase, oh gosh, yes.
Coach Froch here.
He has 20 hits on the season and an RBI already today. Strike.
Zone widened up there a little bit.
Yeah. Let's see if we had the lights on, he probably could see it.
Zing. Swing and a miss. Oh, yeah, if you could. Well, I guess you need 6 to get this over with. Probably not going to happen.
Yeah, well, nope, swing and a miss there. So Dowell looking for a bases clearing something and gets nothing.
Yeah, that's one where you just want to plunk one out there in the alley if you can over the shortstop or the second baseman, and you know you're going to get 2 runs off that. Yeah,
that's right. Brings up Abney looking for his first hit today, 0 for 3. Pitch out.
2-way, bases juiced.
Bottom of 6.
So you got Jones at first, Johnson at second.
Ball out. Yeah, you've got
Johnson
Jones
at third.
Yeah, Jones, Scott, Johnson in that order from 1 to 2 to 3.
Yeah.
Called strike.
Ball squirts away from
Rogers,
but nobody's going anywhere on that.
No. Not 8 feet in front of the plate.
Yeah.
2-1. Had the idea of punching it that way, but
just smacks one towards the first baseman.
Evens a count at 2-2. Everybody heads back to a base. Ooh. And that one just stays foul by enough.
It's the high and away. Abney's going upstairs trying to maybe if he can get one just enough on it to. There's a pretty good gap out there over Boone Welliver's head, standing at second base. Again, same thing I said. If he can chop one out there, it's going to score 2 easy. Particularly now with 2 away. Scott runs very well.
And he'll be moving on the swing, too, with 2 outs.
Yeah. There he goes. Got him.
He's got, if that stays fair, that's going to score 3. It's fair by several feet.
Yeah, 3.
Nope, he's going to hold up at second. Here comes the throw to the plate. Not in time. And a bases clearing double for Peyton Abney. That's probably his biggest hit of the season. I know it's his second double of the year.
Yeah.
But 3 RBIs. Empties everything. Jones moving on the swing. He has to slide into home, although there wasn't much of a play.
No.
Scott and Johnson all walk in standing up. That is for this inning to make it 8. And that should bring up Blackburn. Nope, he's being called back.
Somebody's going to hit for him. This is going to be like musical chairs here. see who goes out there when the music stops.
A whole lot of guys have already come up to the plate or done some running already.
Mangold's going to hit.
Is this Mangold? Okay.
This looks like almost free substitution.
Back in it's like a hockey game. Well, Mangold has already scored a run today as a courtesy
runner.
Yep. He ran for Chase Dowell in the 5th inning.
So 8-1.
Yep.
So I may have to eat my words about this not getting over this in 6 innings. So
yeah, it's still going to take at least. Well, it's going to take 2 big hits.
Yeah.
3 hits maybe.
Basically, you get with 2 away.
Ground ball through the grass. Chad throws to first and the out. So we're going to play 7. 6-3 on the put out.
6.5 anyway.
Yes.
On 2 hits.
Anything when we start the 7 tells me that's a 7-inning game. So the Athenians put up 4 and they get it on a single hit. Abney's double was the only hit of the at bat. There was
two walks and a hit that one.
Just 1 error, 2 walks and a hit batter, and 1 left on base. So Chase Dowell brings his 66 pitch. Nope, I'm sorry. B-Dowell. So
you got substitution at shortstop there too. Is that Mangold went in? Play short.
Yep, looks like 29.
29, yeah. Mr. Utility.
Yep.
Chase Dowell at third.
Yep. Kellerman
back at 1, and Abney still at second.
Yep. And behind the plate is
Riddle. And Jones is still in right field.
Blackburn went back out to.
Everybody's the same in the outfield.
Yes.
Scott's back out there and left.
Yeah. Well, now hold on. If Mangold hit for Blackburn,
he did.
Then he can't go into shortstop. He can't go in for Johnson.
That's 25.
Oh, okay.
My bad. Who's 25?
Right. Kate Fitzwater.
Fitzwater. There we go.
I know high school substitution.
And number 25, Cade Fitzwater, has entered the game at shortstop.
There we go. Dave got us straight.
There we go. He was looking at all the rest of them.
Better eyes than I'd have.
Yeah. So Chase is over there. So yeah. All right.
For the Mounties, the first baseman, Risty Bullardick.
So Risty Bullardick is up, singled in the first.
No umpire yet.
Rounded out. Call your own in the 7th inning.
Apparently.
Getting a splash of water or something, maybe.
Yeah.
Right off the end of the bat. Foul ball. So a reminder to all the folks who listen and watch regularly here on YouTube and iHigh Broadcasting, the second game of this series is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not Thursday. It's tomorrow. Swing and a miss, and it is a 5 o'clock Eastern time start. I work in TV often enough, you know.
Well,
I know the ET part, you know. So, and I know we've got some folks over across the Mississippi.
Swing and a miss. Nice stop by B-Dow getting
picks up a
Bullardick
strikeout
there. Yeah.
Yep.
Gets rid of the biggest threat.
Yep.
So,
let's see here.
well, hey, and you know, you're justified in saying Eastern time because the Athenians actually have played Central time when we went down to Tennessee. Yeah, so
sure,
there you go.
That's it.
Woo!
Did chase to that. All right.
Inside.
Chad a little bit. Yeah. Look and see. I don't see. I'm just running up the numbers on Chase Dowell. No walks. No walks in 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 Ks. So certainly a good productive night. 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run. It was not earned. So 1-0. Cam Chad, 2 ground outs. The Mounties with only 2 hits on the game so far.
They haven't got through the batting order a third time yet.
No. This is only the 5th guy. Here's a foul ball head for us.
Working their way through on the third go-around.
Yep. Crawfordsville got 6 guys up 4 times. So pretty efficient use of at-bats.
Yeah.
Punches one out there. Somebody's got to get to that. Dowell does, and comes up with a nice play. So Kellerman with a nice scoop. So 3-1 on the put out. 2 outs. We're 1 away from the end of this thing.
Yeah. Got caught going for it and decided to keep going. Probably by rights was Abney's ball because that was a good ways off the bag.
Yeah,
Dowell alertly hustles over and taps the bag.
When he sees his first baseman heading like he's stealing second base, I better get over there.
Yeah.
So that'll bring up Ryan Stanley. Stanley reached base in the 2nd inning when he was hit by a pitch. He was the guy that hit the foul ball that Abney made the really nice play and really dirtied up his knees. That's going to take some serious scrubbing to get the mud off his knees, by the way.
Was Stanley the one that caught the ball in center field, too?
And Stanley had a really nice defensive play off of Bullardick, off Blackburn's bat. Shot
out there towards the sea in the Crawfordsville in the outfield there.
B-Doll coming in with a little different off-speed.
Yeah, he's trying to work quick, and there he went. Yeah,
he went. There's no doubt about that.
Down to 1 strike.
Yep, 0-2 on Stanley. And we're going to be an hour and 40 minutes for this ball game here. And that's exactly what it is.
That's it.
And that's all the ball games. So 3 up, 3 down for Southmont in this top of the 7th. So for the Mounties, 1 run on 2 hits. Crawfordsville has 1 error on the game, and the Mounties left 2 runners on base. The losing pitcher will be Cole Weimer. He will fall to 1-4 on the season. Travis Michael scored the only run of the ball game when he doubled in the 6th and eventually scored.
Unearned for Chase Dowell, yeah.
Chase Dowell picks up the win. He is 8-1 on the season. As we mentioned, 6 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, 1 run, no earned, no walks, 7 Ks for Dowell. For the Athenians, they finish the ball game with 8 runs. And they have
6 hits according
to the scoreboard. It's only 5 according to Jeff. So I'll bite on mine until the time being.
Okay.
4 Southmont errors and 7 runners left on base. So Dowell wins, Weimer loses. The Athenians move to 17-4. 17-4 overall, and a big win and 9-0 in the Sagamore Conference. While Southmont falls to 7-9 overall, 1-9 in the Sagamore Conference. So, Aaron, appreciate your time and help. Always,
Absolutely.
as always, greatly. I was going to say see you Thursday at Southmont, but that ain't going to happen. And I got adult softball commitments tomorrow night, so unfortunately,
I'll be there.
I'll be here. So you just save yourself a chair here, and they'll see if they can find somebody to help you out tomorrow night for the. Tomorrow night on the road. I'm sorry,
down there.
So we'll see you Friday if you're here.
Yeah, I'm planning on it.
Very good. And that's the Danville game. So that's our next iHigh broadcast. We invite everybody to stay tuned for that on Friday night. So for our whole broadcast crew, we thank everybody for tuning in tonight. The Athenians come up with a big win. Final score again, 8-1, Crawfordsville over Southmont. Good night, everybody from Crawfordsville High School.
Shut her down, Justin.